Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Randy, so many things have shocked me, over the last couple of weeks about the new patriotic party, adherence to its constitutional provisions, and the selection of a running mate.
Let me check from.
First of all, there are approximately about 15 or 16 persons who are being mentioned as possible running mates, and they include all kinds of people. My good friend Dr. Kukufu, for example, has been mentioned loudly as a possible running mate.
Really?
Yes. Kennedy Ohini Akumpreko Japan has also been mentioned. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the Minister for Education, Madam Osla Owusu, the sitting Chief of Staff, Madam Freeman. So many of them have been mentioned. Okay. That's not a problem. I mean, there's a search for a possible running mate, and it's not a problem that so many people have been mentioned. Okay. My first shock was when I read a newspaper article quoting Madam Kate Jemfua, who allegedly told the media that the party executives had already chosen the running mate, and that the running mate was going to be a male from the Ashanti region, and that had already been communicated to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I thought it was very surprising. Okay. Now, it is possible that Madam Kate Jemfua could have been misreported.
She wasn't misreported.
She wasn't?
No.
Okay. But I want to assume that it's possible that she was misreported. But if she wasn't misreported, there's serious problems. At least the tradition in the NPP is that the candidate, the elected candidate, chooses his or her running mate and submits it to the party for approval. I think that's the same process in the National Democratic Congress, same process in all the parties. So I was wondering why, in the case of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that had changed. And it sounded so disrespectful to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I said, what is happening here? Why is it that in the case of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he cannot choose his own running mate, and that a running mate must be imposed on him? What does that mean for the future? Is he going to be his own man, or is he going to be dictated to by some people and so on? I was really confused, Then there was also some news flash which indicated that virtually Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh was going to be the running mate, And, well, Randy, what can I say? It is clear that he comes from Ashanti. But he has strong points and he has weak points. And I thought that those should be considered, very carefully and so on. It didn't happen. And then this morning we are being told by City News that the party is actually going to choose a running mate, seek approval of the higher authority, and then inform the presidential candidate. That again is also against the tradition. It's never happened in the party that way. So why is it happening in the case of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? I don't know.
So I've just confirmed, I always thank our viewers who help us, they always help us with producing the show. According to the constitution of the new patriotic party.
I'm going through it.
Yes, this is actually Article 14.3
B.
No, 14.3, 1 and 2. 3 is selection of vice presidential candidates. Yes, it says the party's presidential candidate shall, in consultation with the National Council, nominate the vice presidential candidate. So he shall, in consultation with the National Council. Now 2, it says the vice presidential candidate shall be a known and active member of at least 5 years and shall be nominated by the presidential candidate at least shall be nominated by the presidential candidate at least 12 months, not 1 year, it says 12 months before the general elections, when the party is not in government or the president is not the candidate. So either of those two situations. When the party is not in government or the president is not a candidate. So if the party is in power, but the president is not the presidential candidate, the president is not a candidate, it applies.
Yeah.
Or if the party is in opposition, it also applies.
Yeah.
The only times when it doesn't apply is when the party is in power and the presidential candidate is also the president.
Yeah.
But when the presidential candidate is not the president, then it must be done at least, it says shall be nominated by a presidential candidate at least 12 months. And it says that the National Council may, however, dispense with this requirement under special circumstances.
So it's not compelling, it's not forceful that within 12 months.
No, it is mandatory until the National Council has met and granted a dispensation.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So if any dispensation must be granted, they must be granted by today.
Yeah.
For all you know,
that will be the purpose of the meeting.
Absolutely. For all you know, because I know a lot of consultations ongoing. So in order to conform with this constitutional provision, they need to have some mandates and some extension so that the running mate search can be done more thorough, more consultations and other things that need to be done. So for now, let us not rush, and we're only speculating from what the news from.
No, but at least
it's established.
Yes.
Listen, but that would suggest that the National Women's Organizer of the party, the statement she put out was not true.
But that statement about Ashanti,
Yeah.
I think that is it first deputy speaker or second deputy speaker? No, Joyce. Is it second or first? First.
It's first.
Yeah, I thought that he also said the same thing.
No, it's not just about the vice presidential.
Various names have come up.
Yes.
It's not just about the vice presidential candidate coming from Ashanti.
Okay.
Madam Kate Jemfua,
Yes.
according to the media report,
Yes.
went on to say
Yes.
that the party leadership had already chosen somebody,
A person.
who is a man, and comes from the Ashanti region, and that the presidential candidate had been informed about the decision of the party.
And
It's not just about the person coming from Ashanti region.
With all due respect,
It's a substantial break from tradition.
Kwesi,
Yes, sir.
the National Women's Organizer, my dear sister, might have made some commentaries, might have made some statement, but that is not the official statement of the party.
But the party,
I'm coming.
the party, since she made that statement, and like I said, one
Can
of
I-
the
can
isn't
I
that the
flow?
first?
Can I flow?
Just hold on. Either one of the first or second deputy speakers, also said that the decision has been taken that the running mate will come from Ashanti. Said the decision has been taken. Party, the point I was making is that despite these two statements having been widely publicized, the party itself has not issued a statement.
To the bank?
Yes.
Fair enough. What I'm trying to say, from what my big brother mentioned about Kejimfua saying that he's a male from my Ashanti region and all that, that is an official party position. Yes, she's a national officer. She's entitled to express her opinion of what she thinks is right. But at the end of the day, when the search has been done more thorough, or consultation has been done, it will come the right forum for that decision to be made, and we'll communicate to the Ghanaian people of what has happened. So, me sitting here, I can also get up and say, look, I want to choose whoever I believe that can be the running mate.
You are not a member of NEC.
Sure.
You don't attend NEC meetings.
Including council meetings.
Now you are no longer a member of National Council.
Yeah.
A person who sits in NEC meetings, who is a national officer,
has said so,
has made a statement, a categorical statement. The party itself
has not refuted,
has not found it necessary, if it is not true, to say that this is because what she said, first of all, she's not just a party member. So what she said, one, is a statement made by a person who is a member of the executive NEC and who sits in NEC meetings. And she makes a statement that is binding on NEC. She purports to say that it is an official position.
Yeah.
If it is not, the party cannot be quiet on it unless.
I agree with you. I agree with
many other factors that have to be considered alongside.
Good, I'll let you come in.
Yes, sir.
I honestly agree with you that the party has not been able to refute what Kate said. But I still want to stand on my position that individual officers of the party can pass a comment, can make a statement. Until that decision has been agreed at the right forum and the appropriate communication made to the Ghanaian people that this is the choice, that is what I'm going to agree on. So all of us can make individual comment. The fact that he's a national officer and she has made a comment that look, it is so and so, that I will not take that. I will take the official position when the National Council and the NEC meetings has been concluded. And they've agreed that look, it is Mr. A, Mr. B that we are all going with. I agree with that. But apart from that, whatever anybody says, it is individual comments that he wants to pass along and all that.
You know, Randy, when Kate Jemfua speaks, hold on. It is not like Hajia Fati speaking. No, seriously. She belongs to
I know, I agree with you.
Yes. She has a stated position. And when she says the executive has decided, unless it is refuted, I'm likely to believe it. And many people are likely to believe it. Then you see, positions are either declared or they are discerned. Huh? Now she makes this statement, and then I listen to Mustafa Hamid, who to all intents and purposes is an insider, has been a minister before, has been special assistant to the president and so on before. He has some gravitas. And then Mustafa Hamid comes up and says that, look, it has to be Napo. He says it has to be Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
That's his preference.
Exactly.
It's his preference.
But it's all adding up. You understand? Then the Deputy Speaker of Parliament also comes and says, we have already decided that it must come from the Ashanti region. You understand? It adds up. So many things are adding up to give that impression. You understand? And it's important that the party resolve these matters. It is good that the party is meeting today. And that hopefully by the end of the meeting today, a decision will be communicated to clear the air. You know. But as it stands, there appears to be quite some substantial confusion, you know, over who the running mate is likely to be and so on. And party leaders are not helping by publicly taking positions and more or less, you know, messing up Dr. Bawumia. You understand? Because one of the questions she's being asked is that, look, why is it that when it comes to Dr. Bawumia's turn, he's not being given the free hand? You know, people are pushing him in all kinds of directions and so on. Why?
Because is that not normal?
It's not normal.
Even before he was chosen, we saw similar situations. People going.
No. Listen. In his case, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo chose him. He was not imposed on Nana Addo.
Yes.
And indeed, when Nana chose him, there was some resistance in the party. Nana got the party to agree with him, giving all kinds of arguments he made about his economic background.
Just there, Adalisa.
Yeah, and so on. Nana was able to swing the party in his support. You understand? That is not what is happening now. Now he's not even being given the chance to choose the person. If you listen to Madam Kate Jemfua, they have already chosen the person and it's going to be imposed on him, which is most unfair to Dr. Bawumia.
Another when it was a time for CPP, my big brother's voice was so low. A bashbong, he couldn't flow. Now he's NPP. You see how his adrenaline is charged up, and as if there's a problem, then there's confusion. There's no confusion anywhere. There is no confusion anywhere. And the fact that who is imposing who on Dr. Bawumia, that is what you think.
Oh, Me.
No, that's what you think.
Me.
Because and you tell you something. Is it not normal? People are canvassing for their names to be mentioned. I see nothing wrong about it. If me, Nikwate sitting here, my name is coming up, wouldn't I be happy? If they mention your name, we need to be happy. So clearly, please, Natri.
I will not be
Please.
happy if my name is mentioned in this context.
I'm only giving an example. You are not part of us, so
yeah.
just an example. I'm just giving up. So clearly, nobody is imposing anybody on Dr. Bawumia, His Excellency. Nobody. And I can tell you, he's apt. He knows what he's doing. He's doing his consultation. He's doing his legwork, and everything that needs to be done to make sure he gets his running mate. It's on him.